This is what I'm calling my 5-minute TEDx talk. I want to ask you a question, and I want you to answer that out loud. What is most powerful? The legacy you inherited or the legacy you create?
The legacy we create.
Believe it or not, every single one of us has inherited something. Perhaps resilience, maybe courage, determination. But there's also other things that we inherit. We call those patterns. People-pleasing, over-functioning, and perhaps avoiding conflict. Patterns that teach us that our self-worth comes from doing versus being. So then the question becomes, what patterns stop through us or transform through us? John and Isabel, whose identity has been changed in order to preserve the innocence, had 2 successful careers, a beautiful family, and financial abundance. When they arrived to my office, they had already booked the divorce attorney. Not because they did not love one another, because they did. They had simply become exceptional at surviving their relationship. During our first meeting, something exceptional happened. I really connected with what was said. Isabel said to me, I became invisible to myself. She was no longer even connecting to herself. John and Isabel had learned survival strategies. John survived through achievement. If he kept building, producing, solving, succeeding, everything would be okay. Isabel survived through withdrawal. If she stopped asking, if she stopped needing, if she stopped being disappointed, then she would not get hurt. Different survival strategies, same outcome. Disconnection. Two people, very powerful people, living side by side with an ocean of loneliness between them. Our struggle is that which helps us to survive early on in life, then becomes a protective pattern that limits us. I am Jianny Adamo, founder of Fearless Love, and I teach 3 simple principles: power, presence, and peace. And together, they help us to create secure love. And secure love helps us to become powerful leaders in the home and any room you walk into. Power is self-leadership. It's not control. Power is about having the courage to tell the truth, set healthy boundaries, and remain connected to yourself while being responsive to those you are in relationship with. Presence. Presence is awareness. It is being fully here, physically and emotionally, giving you the ability to respond versus react. And peace. Peace is not the absence of conflict. Peace is the presence of safety. It's knowing you can be authentic and vulnerable and be fully yourself without abandoning who you are. As John and Isabel learned and began to practice these principles, something inside of them exhaled. John and Isabel didn't just improve communication, they changed the legacy their children would inherit. John stopped performing, Isabel stopped disappearing, and 6 months later, Isabel sent me a photo of them sailing through the Mediterranean. Her message, 3 words: we came home. Transformation is not becoming a new person. It's returning to who you've always been behind the survival patterns. I'll leave you with the same question I started. What legacy stops with you? And what legacy transforms through you? Because we do not always choose what we inherit, but we have the choice of what we pass forward. And when we surrender survival patterns and embrace power, our presence, and our peace, we just don't change our own lives. We change the lives of those that come after us. Thank you.